Okay, hello, Mr. J here. Okay, Eminem is a white rapper. He is actually one of the first successful white rappers. Most rappers are African American, and we say we're in the 80s and 90s. Most of them are predominantly black males who are in their teens, 20s, 30s, who are rappers. We got Jay Z, Puffy, Tupac, Dr. Dre, Biggie Smalls. We have Snoop. We have Lil Wayne. We have all these rappers. But it was something new to have a Caucasian rapper, a white rapper. He had, I mean, he wasn't your typical rapper. He was white, blonde hair, pale. But one thing about him is that he, as far as I knew, he grew up poor. There is a movie called The 8 Mile, which came out in 2002, which is a pretty graphic movie. That's a movie about a white boy who is a rapper, and he's obsessed with rap music. He listens to rap music. He studied it. He lives in a poor neighborhood. He grew up around black people, white people. He was considered poor white trash. His mom sleeps around with guys. She can't. He doesn't have a father. His mom is having a hard time keeping a guy. She's sleeping around with guys. She's bringing guys to the house. He doesn't like it. He's a young guy. He has a sister who is neglected by her mother. It's a good movie. And then he has a girlfriend who's poor, who is considered easy. She sleeps around with guys who cheats on him. There is even a scene where they have sex on the job. It's a good movie. And there's a scene where his friend actually shoots himself in the private. It's a very graphic movie, very good movie, but graphic. He has a African American friend, a black friend. He played on the Cosby Show um, in the 90s. He was I think he was Theo's classmate from the Cosby Show. He was on the Cosby Show. And he was actually friends with Malcolm Jamal Warner. They were good friends. But anyway, he actually catches his girlfriend having sex with his black friend, and he beats up the black guy. So it's a pretty graphic movie, but he also is a good rapper. A lot of people are jealous of him. He gets a good deal, and at the end of the movie, in the Green Mile, he humiliates a black guy. He has to. It was a duel, a competition where he has to rap against another guy, and he actually wins the competition. I feel so sorry for the black guy who couldn't. He's. I mean, listen. You look at him, you see a skinny little white guy, and he even makes fun of himself in the movie. He even acknowledges that he's a white guy with blonde hair and he's skinny with blue eyes. But his spirit, you don't look at his color, his outer appearance. You look in the inside. His inside, he's almost you think he's almost like a black guy. People think of him as a black guy. People don't even think of him as white. He's not your typical white guy. He's not the old. He's not into rock music, all that. He can rap better than probably a lot of rappers. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna put him up there with Tupac. He's a very successful white guy. He proved that skin color doesn't mean anything. And right now he pushed the limits because right now we have a lot of white female rappers, male rappers who are white, Latino, and actually, with Eminem, he actually opened doors for other ethnic people, because not, in the 80s, early 90s, rap was supposed to be for just black people. But what black people understand is that white people listen to music. Most records in the 1990s, 80s, and 90s were bought by white kids, suburban kids. Their parents did protest, didn't like it. They didn't want their kids going out there buying black music. Their parents hated it. These were rich people whose kids were white, and the kids listened to black people music. And white parents complained. They made petitions. They were doing hold up signs. They really hated that their kids were listening to that trash, that rap music. So, and even now, white kids still listen to black music, and their parents don't like it. That's never gonna change. But Eminem, I have to give credit. He's a good rapper. He's weird. He suffers from mental illness. He also has made fun of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had problems with him. I think Michael Jackson called him a piece of s. Michael Jackson really didn't like it. There was a music video in the 1990s. It was decades ago. This is like I was like 8 years, not just like 1998 and 1999, where he made a music video dissing Michael Jackson, making fun of his nose, his big nose, and then making fun of his hair when his hair caught on fire. Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire in 1980 in the early 80s when he was doing a Pepsi commercial. And I think he was going to make some money off of it. He was doing a spin and his hair caught on fire. His sparks came off. Michael Jackson was in the hospital, so it really hurt Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson cried when he saw Eminem, a white guy, making fun of him. So I don't think Eminem has ever apologized for what he did. That was wrong. And Living Color made fun of Michael Jackson too. So a lot of people did make fun of him. So um, but like I said, Eminem I respect Eminem. He's a good rapper, and most people, black people, accept him as a black guy. These are I mean, if you take away his skin color and you take away his hair, you just see, you don't really see his physical appearance is white, but you think he's really his personality is not like a white guy. He's really black. In the inside, he's full black. In the inside, I tell you that. Oreo, white on the outside, black on the end.